Now we're going to look at creating and editing an AS3 class model. To add a model to the selected diagram, open the toolbox and click ActionScript Class. The class is added to the diagram canvas, ready for you to manipulate. You make changes to this class through the Property Inspector. Let's open the Property Inspector and rename the class. We can also modify the class package. Next, we'll give the class a description. We'll make it something meaningful so we can remember what it does later on. We can also add class arguments or constructor arguments by clicking the plus sign below the arguments list to launch the argument editor. We'll define our argument specifying a name, and a type, and click the Save button to save our changes. To delete an argument, just select it in the list, then click the minus sign below the list to delete. Adding an attribute works the same. We launch the attribute editor and specify a name for the attribute. We select the attribute's accessibility and specify its type. Next, we'll write a brief description about this attribute to indicate its purpose. Make any last-minute changes. Then we click Save to save our changes and see them reflected in the Property Inspector and the model instance on the canvas. If we later decide we want to modify that attribute, we just double-click it in the list to relaunch the editor. The method editor is very similar. Name and accessibility are the same. But instead of specifying a type, we specify a return type. There's also a method arguments list should we need to specify arguments for this method. For now, we'll just enter our method description. And save the changes. We'll change the accessibility of the ID attribute to match our getID method. Now our model has been updated. Looking at the accessibility legend, we can see how the colored icons match the accessibility we chose in the editor. And that's the basic workflow for creating and editing an AS3 model with Simpl. See you next time.